And both sides on the floor getting ready for the game ahead. And it's almost greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Gary Trent.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Marcus Sasser. And it's Holland in at the 3 spot. Now here is Harris. Pass to Holland. Lets it go with the 3. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Here's Bouye. And Connaughton has it in the corner. Kuzma against Harris. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. Drills the three-pointer. You know, Clark, I've been wondering your thoughts on the possibility of the NBA shortening the season in an attempt to mitigate injury.
Look, Kevin, I've long been a proponent of a shorter season. I think 65, 66 games, 1 month less on the regular season would be great. We know load management didn't decrease injury rates, so I'm not sure a shortened schedule would either, but I do know it would improve the quality of play for the players, and I think that would be beneficial to the fans.
Now, Connaughton. Following Tobias Harris's three-point attempt.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's Sasser. He was averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Harris. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
There's no way you can minimize his concentration. Excellent focus in finding a way to score that time by Harris.
Bouye. Here's Kuzma. And he can't bank that one in. Detroit has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Hardaway. Pass to Sasser. Off target from three-point range. And it's Kuzma with the ball for Milwaukee. Connaughton with it. Kuzma outside. From deep, Green. Holland with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Hardaway passes to Holland. And here is Duran. Lets it go from 14. Sasser gets the bucket.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Here's Bouye. Here's Kuzma. Buries it down low.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Pistons making a change here. Beasley's checked in. From long range or short, small forwards on this list have been on target for the past 10 games, leading their position in field goal percentage. Kyle Kuzma, fourth.
And that tells you about their ability to slash through the defense and get to the hoop effectively. I mean, because you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of a percentage.
That's accurate, but you can't do what they've done without a superb outside shot as well. I mean, that's not a problem for this group. They certainly can drain the jump shot.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
That one drops. He ties it up. Clark, we know the Bucks are a veteran team that has now leveraged their assets to try to win now.
And the question is, Kevin, do they have enough? There's a point at which veteran becomes a nicer way or a euphemism for old, especially in today's NBA. That can be a problem for you.
Here's Holland. He had 15 points last outing. Duran up and in on the layup. Duran's got 5.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Green. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Here's Duran. Hollins kicks to Beasley. The Pistons working the ball around now. There's the 3. Good on the triple.
You take a look at his career numbers, and most of Beasley's shots are threes. So Malik knows how to knock those down.
And that one's good. Green.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Sasser for 3. Beasley. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
How about Beasley coming right back with a 3-ball of his own?
Pass to Connaughton. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the middle. And that one is good by Beasley. 8 points for him.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the East is stacking up. You look at the Bucks. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, there's the Pistons. They're just sitting one spot down right on their heels.
And right now for the Pistons, so much has gone right for them this season. They've needed some breaks to go their way, and it feels like they've gotten them all. Now they're poised for success in the playoffs.
They look to be a dangerous team. I wouldn't have thought that a few months ago, but now I'm a believer.
Now, here's Kuzma. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now. Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Over in the corner, Green, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
A shot's good on the assist by Nance. Green's got 8 points. Pass to Klintman. The three. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's Bouye. Green, the screen. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. Rebound by Smith.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Here's Waters. Connects from 3-point range. And the Pistons lead by 6.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
To the inside. The shot's good from Nance.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Jenkins, the pass to Fonjecchio. Off target from outside.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Jenkins. Following the miss by Kyle Kuzma.
Third and fast break points, and they've made a living off of their opponent's mistakes. Top 10 in the league in terms of points off turnovers.
And you said it. They're among the best teams in the league in transition. An up-tempo offense suits their talent to a T. They push the ball as much as they can.
Reset.
The free throw drops for Jenkins. Beasley's checked in for the Pistons. And he sinks the second. And he can't make it. 3 for 3. Bucks trail by 6. Inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Looking here at some numbers for Beasley. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. Averaging 13 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Here's Amude. Pass to Bouye. The Bucks working the ball around. Shot from 12. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Bouye's got his second basket. Here's Klintman. Beasley outside. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. In the third spot, the Pistons.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
Reedy's checked in for the Pistons. Harper comes in for Fontecchio. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 6. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
Pistons leading by 6. Pass to Reed. That one's in. His first shot this game.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Bucks shooting their first free throw of the game here.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Bucks.
And the free throw, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Pistons leading by 4. .114 left in the first quarter. Here's Beasley. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Pass to Smith. Makes it off the glass.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And here's Reed. Now Beasley. Right block shot. The kick out to Harper. It's good from long range. And the Pistons lead by 7.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
The Pistons shooting pretty efficiently out there. It is in 48% in the first quarter. Clintman. The shot from the low post is good. And now a 9-point Piston lead. 1 second left. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. A big-time effort for Malik Beasley, providing a lot of energy for Detroit. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. They've got Smith. Reed out there with Fontecchio. Then there's Marcus Sasser. And it's Waters in at the 2. Bucks trail by 9. Jackson dishes to Smith. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Here's Reed. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Connaughton. Puts up a 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Connaughton's got 5 now.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Fontecchio passes to Waters. Shot clock at 6. Sasser finds Smith. A nice shot by Reed. He's got 6.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
To the paint. Some solid defense from Reed.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Now here's Jackson. Scoreless thus far. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
The first one falls. Holland, he's checked in for Reed. Both free throws good from Smith. Detroit leading by 6. Pass to Holland. Back to Sasser. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Sasser gets the bucket.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Nance finds Connaughton. Back to Nance. Lays it up and banks it in. Nance has got 6 points.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Smith with it. He's picked up by Nance. Pass to Waters. Back to Fontecchio. Out to the right wing. Lets the 3 fly. Sasser can't hit.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Nance.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Sasser lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Sasser's got 5 points now this quarter. Pass to Connaughton.
Back door.
Smith outside. Down low. Here's Bouye. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. He's got 10.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Waters. Now here is Smith. Good, nice job down low.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Outside Jackson. Smith kicks to Connaughton. Here's Bouye. He's covered by Sasser. Can't hit from in close.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's Bouye. He's got 10.
And they are in the top 10 in their ability to get on the glass. They have athletes willing to do the dirty work.
And up there in the top 5 in field goal percentage, as you said, a very efficient offense, and it helps that they can drain shots from all over the floor. That one is off for the Pistons. Paul Reed comes in for Smith, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Holland. And the second free throw, good. Detroit leading by 4. Pass to Reed. Pistons passing it around. And Hardaway gets it to go.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Bouye. He's got 11. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And it's Smith missing. Detroit has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Pass to Waters. Back to Sasser. Another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Attention fans, here come your Bucks breaker crew.
Both teams will make substitutions. Well, a great rebounding small forward can give any team an X factor. Let's look at a few guys who have been playing that role over the course of the last month. Kyle Kuzma, 4th.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there and mix it up and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
I think you've got to look at their athleticism. I mean, they make up for all the size and bulk they may give away to the post specialist. And really, that's how they're able to compete in there. Athleticism gives them an edge.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
Over to the wing. To the middle. Here's Quintman. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
That free throw, no good. Milwaukee making a switch here. Livingston's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Beasley's checked in. And he's good on the second. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Pass to Livingston. Green with the ball. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Green's got it back down to single digits for Milwaukee. Beasley outside. Here's the 3. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Livingston. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Basket good. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Here's Reed, and he banks in the layup. And the Pistons lead by 8.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that.
Jackson a screen on Harper. Livingston dishes to Nance. Over in the corner, Green. As to Livingston. Over in the corner, Green. Over Beasley. And there's Green on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Now here's Beasley. He's got 10. Lets it go with the 3. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Kyle Kuzma picks one up. For Detroit, they have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night. And he hits the first of 3.
You know, when Beasley stays within himself, I think he's really an effective player, and we know he's skilled on offense.
Simone Fontecchio, he's checked in for the Pistons. Jenkins comes in for Marcus Sasser. Good on the second free throw. And he makes all 3.
And Beasley, his responsibility is to score the basketball and help space the floor with his outside shooting.
Green left side. Pass to Kuzma. Jackson kicks to Livingston. Outside, Green. Shoots over Jenkins. And it's Green missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now here's Green. 15 points in the game. Fires for 3. Rebound, Detroit. Reed's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Beasley, the pass to Jenkins. Jacks up a 3. And Malik Beasley, good for 3. Beasley's got the lead up to 12 now for Detroit.
His first triple of the second quarter, 3rd of the game.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
All right, fans, it's halftime. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching. Somebody doesn't have rhythm. Running down his road. Keep on dancing.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Amude's checked in. And Detroit with a change here, too. Holland, he's checked in for Harper. Here is Nance. 10 points for him. Pass to Amude. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
10th in free throw percentage. And they've made a living off of their opponent's mistakes. Top 10 in the league in terms of points off turnovers.
And once again, on their block shots, rim protection, Greg, has been a focus this season, and it's gotten them a spot in the top 10. They are very tough inside. Now here's Beasley. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Over Nance. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Beasley's got 18 points in the game. Pass to Amude. To the inside. Outside for Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Will it go? And that one's good. Green's got 9 points now in the quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Here's Reed. Nance with some nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Pass to Green. Back to Jackson. The tray, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so is Detroit, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Doc. I heard you imploring your team, stick to the game plan and know your personnel. What's that mean?
Yeah, we keep messing up coverages. You know, I get messing up on some guys, but that can't happen, but it did. So we just got to move it forward.
We'll see if the communication picks up. Thanks, Doc. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up in the shot. Next time. Let's hear it for our contestants.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Detroit Pistons.
They're getting good looks from range. That's been the key.
But they also hit a bunch of contested threes, playing with great confidence. You could see the lead snowballing in the second half.
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
Check out the Pistons. They've been just solid at times, and at other times they've been awesome. Fun team to watch when everything's in sync. Are they a true championship contender? We'll see.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. One guy who's getting it done is Malik Beasley.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. We've got Green, hands out there with Pat Connaughton. And it's Amude in at the power forward. That's the five to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get... And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play you'll remember from this game, clearly.
So it's the Bucks now, following Tobias Harris's three-point attempt. And it's Green, missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
Yeah, DA, you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development. And here is Green. After Tobias Harris getting his shot to go from deep. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
He's knocked down 3/4 of his foul shots this season, so he's right around 75%.
At the line for one.
Here's Sasser. He's got 10. On the wing, Harris. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Hardaway. Now Duran. 4 on the shot clock. Hardaway, no good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half. Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Amude. Now Green. He's got 20. Launches it. Good on the three-point shot. Green's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Bucks. Sasser with it. Pass to Holland. For 3, Harris. Rebounded by the Bucks. Nance has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Green with the ball. Now here's Connaughton. 10 points for him. And it's Bouye missing. Inside, here's Harris. Pistons passing it around. Sasser finds Harris. Buries the long-range jumper. Harris has got 8.
You know, over time, as its game has evolved, Harris has accepted a bigger, expanded role. He knows he has the green light.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with his guys.
Here we go, Bucks fans. Coming to the floor right now is your Bucks home crew. Love to hear ya. Football fans. On the court is your Bucks squad. Who wants a teaser? Make some noise.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Bucks. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Pass to Connaughton. There's the screen. And it's Harper with the rebound. Pistons leading by 9. To the paint. Here's Quintman. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper.
Assisted by
Harper's got 4 assists in the game. Nance outside. Here's Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
first personal foul.
And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. 5th best, the Bucks.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
And he knocks down the first one. The Bucks making a switch here. Smith has checked in. Jackson hits both of them. We've seen the league, Clark, crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a good trend and direction and change. The game was extremely physical and rugged in the early 80s and even into the early mid-90s. But things change, and I think the change is for the better. It's about player safety and protecting players. So I think it's a good thing overall.
Here's Bouye. He's got 11. Fouled beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for 3.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. Pistons leading by 7. Pass to Reed. Now Harper. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Jackson up top. And here's Smith. There's the one. Jackson throws down the alley-oop slam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
Bucks trailed by 5. Pass to Connaughton. To the middle. Here's Smith. And he uses the glass on the layup. And that's now 10 points for Smith.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
And, you know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Sasser can't hit. Here's Milwaukee now. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Smith outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Smith. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
Free throw drop for Smith.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
He doesn't get the second one. The Pistons lead it. Pass to Sasser. And here's Reed. 8 points for him. No good on that one. Nance with some nice D. To the inside. Smith kicks to Connaughton for the lead. Rebound by the Pistons.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And again, it's the Pistons missing. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Bucks. Out to Smith. Pass to Jackson. Smith dishes to Jackson. 3 on the clock. For the tie, it falls for his 5th field goal of the night. And shooting 5 for 8.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Sasser finds Fontecchio. No good that time. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. The Pistons shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Beasley the screen. Down low. Smith laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Pistons lead by 2.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Connaughton. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And the other thing that stands out is just how well they have moved the ball. Everyone's touching it and having a chance to create.
First one falls for him. Detroit making a switch here. Hollins checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And, well, Detroit shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. On its way from Beasley for 2. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Boy, the baskets keep coming for Beasley. I like how assertive he's being tonight on offense.
Pass to Amude. Smith with a screen on Smith. 6 to shoot. For the 3. Drills it from outside. Smith's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Beasley outside. And he makes that one. 6 points for Smith.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Pass to Connaughton for the lead. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Bounce pass, Smith. Smith sets the pick for Connaughton. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
And that one is good by Beasley.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Into the lane. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul. Team is in the penalty. At the line for 2. Booyah!
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Hardaway's checked in for the Pistons. No good on the second free throw.
Yeah, disappointing not to convert all of them, but he did get the one to give them the lead.
Here's Holland. It's rebounded by Amude. Bucks passing it around. Here's Bouye. He's covered by Sasser. And there's the drive. Smith for 3. Offensive rebound. Now here's Livingston, covered by Beasley. Smith with a screen on Hardaway. And the dunk by Smith.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Here's Beasley. 23 points in the game. Lets it go from deep. Doesn't go for him. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Bucks on top. They're up by 3. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth, we've got Malik Beasley. Marcus Sasser is out there with Harper. Then there's Paul Reed, and it's Klintman in at the small forward. Sasser can't hit.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Pass to Nance. Over Beasley. Nance, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Smith outside. To the inside. And that one's good. Booyah. And the Bucks lead by 2.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Beasley, the pass to Reed. The shot's good. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Nance a screen. Here's Bouye. He's covered by Sasser. On the wing, Nance. Over Reed. The shot's good from Nance.
The entire defense was frozen foot. Nobody picked up the shooter.
Pass to Beasley. To take the lead. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Jackson kicks to Smith. Connaughton passes to Nance. It's good again and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Making a change here. Amude's checked in. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. You know, he had some pros and cons. He said, I like our play inside. But what's happening at the arc, fellas? We got to start making some shots. He needs more production from the outside. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Sasser. Beasley dishes to Harper. Takes the 3. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Bucks leading by 4. They set the pick. Here's Bouye. Rebounded by the Pistons. Harper's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Beasley outside. The kick out to Harper. Back to Beasley. A 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Amude. Over Beasley, and Amude gets it to go. Amude's got his first points of the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Pass to Amude. And it's Connaughton atop the key. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Connaughton's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Bucks. Beasley outside. Fires from deep. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Bouye. He's covered by Sasser. Pistons trailed by 6. Pass to Beasley. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Smith with it. Over Jackson. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. 8 points for Smith. To the middle. Here's Nance. And Nance slams it in.
Oh, I love watching him flush it home, showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it.
Pass to Beasley. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Good job by Beasley finding a way to get to the strike.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
And one other thing, I love how comfortable they are looking to operate from mid-range. And no qualms about taking those wide-open jumpers.
And the Bucks making a change here. Livingston's checked in. And he can't hit the second. He manages to convert the 3rd one. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Milwaukee. Leading by 5. And Nance kicks to Connaughton. They set the pick. Here's Bouye. Lays it up off the glass. Bouye's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
No one covering.
Encouraging to see Hardaway Jr. knock it down from there, proving he can do damage from this area.
Connaughton against Hardaway. Connaughton passes to Nance. It's blocked. Beasley outside. Pass to Harris. Here's Sasser. Offensive rebound. Hardaway. The layup off target. Bucks leading by 4. Here's Bouye. Nance in the post. Guarded by Harris. Lock at 6. Lets it go. And it's Bouye missing. The Pistons have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the 4th quarter. There's the 3. Sasser against the bucket.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, more in store. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Now, here's Durant. For 3, Harris, and another 3 for Detroit.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Bucks. Bouye.
Shooting 2.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And a different look here for the Pistons. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Pistons have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Pass to Waters. Here's Holland. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Screen by Smith. Sasser can't hit.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And the 3 ball is good.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And that one's good from Connaughton. Connaughton's got 5 points now this quarter.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Pass to Smith. Here's Waters. Now Sasser. It's rebounded by Livingston. Outside Jackson. Here's Bouye. Here's the screen. Pass to Connaughton. Offline with his 3. Pistons trailed by 3. Here's Clinton. He's covered by Livingston. Sasser can't hit. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the final quarter. Livingston, that's good. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
Detroit calls timeout. Next 10. Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen and you show us your best move. Let's go. Next answer. You're on the big screen. Oh, that's nice.
Checked in for the Bucks. Harris is checked in for Detroit.
Substitution on the court.
Inside. To the paint. Releases. Hits it from about 6 feet away. Harris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
The bigger the moment, the more Harris wants the ball. Big time shot there. He's comfortable in that role.
Jackson, that's good.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Pass to Harris.
You know, looking to score often from there, Harris is excellent at drawing the defense's attention and fouls.
At the line for the Pistons, Tobias Harris. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
You know, over time, I think Harris has become really good at accepting more responsibility, and that's part of learning how to be a leader.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Bucks leading by 7. .107 left in the fourth quarter. Nance finds Smith. A shot's good on the assist by Nance.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Bucks.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And once again, they're going to come out on top in this series. 3 straight victories in as many games on the season against this team. They've done a great job of just playing their best when it mattered most against Detroit.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.